If you're over 40, there's a 90% chance your shirt is making you look 10 years older, and mistake number 4 is destroying more professional credibility than anything else. Let's fix that. I'm talking to successful professionals, business owners, executives, men who've built something meaningful but might not have updated their wardrobe strategy. This video will show you 5 mistakes and how to fix each one without dressing like you're 25 again. By the end, you'll look like the accomplished man you are confident, successful, and younger than your years. The fixes are simpler than you think. Mistake 1, the fit disaster. Let me start with a hard truth. Most men over 40 are wearing shirts that don't fit their bodies. And look, I get it. Our bodies change, and somehow we end up with shirts that either look like camping tents or feel like medieval torture devices. Here's what's happening when you walk into that boardroom wearing a shirt that's swimming on you. You instantly look like someone who's given up on details. Or worse, you're wearing something so tight, it's pulling across your chest, which ages you in a completely different way. The secret, your shirt should follow your body's natural lines without clinging. Think structured, not loose. Tailored, not tight. Start with the shoulders. This is absolutely non-negotiable. The seam should hit exactly where your shoulder ends. Too far out and you look sloppy. Too tight and you look squeezed into your clothes like you borrowed them from your younger brother. For the body, here's my foolproof test button the shirt and pinch the fabric at chest level. You should be able to grab about 2 inches. More than that, it's too loose. Less and you can't move comfortably, and trust me, restriction shows. And here's something that'll change your game immediately. If you find a shirt that fits perfectly in the shoulders but needs tweaks elsewhere, get it tailored. $25 at a good tailor can make a $60 shirt look like it costs $300. Today, take one shirt you wear often and test the pinch. If it fails, put it in your tailor pile. That's your first action step, but that's just the beginning. What I'm about to show you next might shock you. Mistake 2, cheap fabric syndrome. Here's something that happened to me last month. I'm in an elevator with 2 executives after a client meeting. One guy's wearing what looked like a decent shirt until the overhead lights hit it. Suddenly, it's shining like plastic wrap. The other executive literally did a double take. You can spot cheap fabric from across a conference room. And unfortunately, so can your colleagues, clients, and anyone else you're trying to impress. Those polycotton blends you see everywhere, they're working against you in ways you don't realize. They shine under office lighting, they don't breathe, and they just don't have the substance that projects success. When you're at a level where people expect you to look the part, these details matter more than you think. Here's what separates the men who look expensive from everyone else: 100% cotton. Not blends, not synthetic mixes, actual cotton that feels substantial and drapes properly. But even cotton varies dramatically. For dress shirts, you want something in the 120-140 GSM range. That's the weight that gives you structure without feeling like cardboard. The weave pattern matters too. Poplin is your power meeting fabric, smooth, crisp, works perfectly with suits. Twill has more texture and forgives wrinkles better, which is gold for busy schedules. Oxford is more casual, but still professional enough for most business environments. Here's how I think about it. Would you rather wear 10 cheap shirts that make you look like you're cutting corners, or 3 quality ones that make you look successful? The math is pretty simple. Now, even if you get the fabric right, there's another trap that's probably aging you faster than anything else. Mistake 3, outdated color choices. Your color choices are probably stuck in the wrong decade, and it's aging you more than you realize. The biggest culprit, that white shirt that's not actually white anymore. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's gone slightly yellow or cream over time, and every time you wear it, you look tired and dated. White should be crisp, bright white. If yours isn't, you're literally adding years to your appearance. Then there are the patterns from your younger years. Bold stripes, busy checks, novelty prints that seemed sharp 20 years ago. They're not doing you any favors now. In fact, they're making you look like you're trying to recapture something from your past. Here's what works for men who've earned their success. Start with 3 foundation colors that'll never let you down. Crisp white is your authority color. When you need to project competence and confidence, nothing beats a perfectly fitted white dress shirt. It's your boardroom weapon. Light blue is your trustworthy, dependable choice. It works with every skin tone, pairs with almost anything, and makes you approachable while maintaining professionalism. This is your client meeting go-to. Navy gives you sophisticated versatility, more interesting than white, more conservative than most colors, and works in virtually any business environment. Think of it as your Swiss Army knife shirt. For patterns, keep them subtle and classic. Thin stripes actually create a slimming effect, bonus points there. Small checks like gingham are approachable, but professional. And textured weaves like herringbone worked into the fabric give you visual interest without looking busy. The rule is simple, your shirt should enhance your presence, not dominate it. If this is helping so far, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next tip. Now here's where most guys really crash and burn. Mistake 4, context confusion. This is the mistake that destroys more professional credibility than any other, and I promised you we'd get here. It's wearing the wrong shirt for the situation. And as you get older, the stakes get higher. Picture this scenario that happens every week. You show up to a casual networking event in a formal dress shirt and tie, while everyone else is in polo shirts. Instantly, you look out of touch. Or worse, you wear a casual polo to a situation that demands a dress shirt, and suddenly you look like you don't understand professional standards. Reading the room isn't just about following rules, it's about demonstrating social intelligence and professional maturity. And frankly, it's about not looking like the guy who hasn't adapted since 1995. For business, formal, stick with dress shirts. White, light blue, subtle patterns. These work with suits and project the authority level expected in formal business settings. Business casual is trickier because it varies by industry. Quality button-downs work almost everywhere. Premium polos and I emphasize premium can work in many environments, but know your company culture. Smart casual gives you flexibility, well-made Henleys, quality crew necks, casual button-downs, interesting fabrics like linen cotton blends. Even for weekend situations, maintain standards. You're not trying to look overdressed, but you want to look like someone who cares about his appearance in every context. Here's my test. Could you wear this shirt from morning coffee to evening dinner? If yes, you've probably chosen well. But even if you nail the context, there's one area where most men completely fall apart. Mistake 5, detail neglect. The fifth mistake separates men who look polished from those who look like they're trying, but missing something crucial. It's the details that most guys overlook completely. Things like collar style button placement and basic maintenance might seem minor, but they make the difference between looking sharp and looking like you threw on whatever was clean. Collar style actually affects how your face looks. Round face point collars create flattering vertical lines. Square jaw. Spread collars soften those angles. Longer face. Wider collars add horizontal balance that works in your favor. Button stance, where those buttons sit, affects your entire silhouette. Higher placement generally looks more sophisticated and creates better proportions as we get older. But here's where most of us really fail maintenance. Wrinkled shirts, yellowed collars, faded colors, these details broadcast that you don't sweat the fundamentals. The fix isn't complicated. Wash in cold water, air dry when possible, and get your important dress shirts professionally pressed. Good hangers prevent shoulder dimples and keep collars sharp. These details might seem small individually, but together they create an impression of competence that people notice and respect. Now here's how all this works together in the real world. A great shirt is just the foundation. You need to know how to build around it because context changes everything. With blazers and sport coats, dress shirts create clean, authoritative lines. The structure works together to project the polished look that commands respect in professional settings. With jeans, you want casual button-downs or quality polos. The key is matching formality levels. Formal shirts with casual pants creates visual confusion that ages you. Chinos might be the most versatile pants you can own. They work with almost any shirt style, giving you room to experiment with colors, textures, and casual dress shirts. Layering adds sophistication for cooler weather. A quality sweater over a dress shirt creates refined, casual looks. An unbuttoned shirt over a Henley gives you modern, intentional style. Think seasonally, too. Spring and summer favor lighter fabrics and softer colors. Fall and winter let you explore richer textures like flannel and deeper colors that work with changing light. The end goal: building a wardrobe where everything works together seamlessly. When you can grab any shirt knowing it'll look sharp with your pants, jackets, and shoes, that's when you've achieved real style efficiency. Let's make this actionable. Pick one mistake from today's video, the one that hit closest to home, and fix it this week. Maybe it's finally getting shirts that actually fit your body, or replacing those polyblend shirts with quality cotton. Small changes compound into significant improvements in how you look and feel. And when you look the part, everything else gets easier. Remember, this isn't about trying to recapture your 20s. It's about looking like the best version of yourself right now, at whatever stage of life you're in. When that's handled, success follows more naturally. Which of these 5 mistakes are you guilty of? Type the number in the comments. Let's see which one hits home the most. Now that we've mastered shirts, next is shoes. I've already released a comprehensive video about shoe mistakes that aid you. You can check it out right here on the channel. You've built success in your career and life. Now make sure your appearance reflects that achievement. Thanks for watching.